Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to McAdee's Entertainment. I'm your host as always, Adam McGahee. Just want to say thank you all again for helping blow this channel up like crazy. We have broken 6,100 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. I love making these videos, and your constant comments and support truly motivate me to keep going. You all are the true heroes. Got a shorter video for you guys today, but we absolutely have to talk about that Peacemaker season finale. The show was an absolute joy beginning to end, and Peacemaker for me went from being one of my most hated characters in Suicide Squad to one of the best DC characters yet after the show. John Cena gives it an absolutely incredible performance, and if you haven't watched, you need to stop watching this video and do so right away. I mean, come on. The dude dances in his tighty-whities and plays piano. What more do you want from John Cena? For those of you who did watch the show, we're going to be talking about the finale, so if it wasn't obvious, major spoilers ahead. In the finale, we of course got an awesome fight scene of Peacemaker and the gang taking out the remaining butterfly-infected humans, Adebayo going full human missile and wrecking the aliens' beloved cow, and a quick but hilarious cameo by the Justice League where it's more or less confirmed that Aquaman has romantic relationships with fish. My man! No, Jason Momoa, that does not get a my man. Don't touch me, bro. All those things aside, one of the most interesting parts of the finale were the scenes of Peacemaker being haunted by visions of his father Ognihs, who he had killed in the prior episode. During their first encounter, Peacemaker shoots a blow dart at the ghost racist, believing that he had killed him. After the gang save the day and Chris chills back at his place with a nice cold drink, we then see Ognihs' spirit take a seat right next to him, with a rather terrified Peacemaker looking on. This is actually a great callback to the comics, and I wanted to dedicate today's video to explain the comic origins of Peacemaker's father and how he can shape up to be an important and rather violent story piece in the recently confirmed Season 2. So without further ado, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and enjoy the full comic origins of Peacemaker's father. Who is he? In the comics, Peacemaker's father was named Wolfgang Schmidt as opposed to his name of Augustus in the TV show. He made his comic origins in Peacemaker Volume 2, Number 1 back in 1988. It is revealed that he was a wealthy Austrian munitions manufacturer who met and fell in love with an American writer named Elizabeth, whom they had little baby Peacemaker Christopher with in 1951. Not long into Chris's childhood, it was revealed that Wolfgang was not just some cool rich weapons maker, he was actually a full-on former Nazi who had served as commander of a concentration camp during the Holocaust. So yeah, he was just as bad as he was in the show, in fact, somehow even worse. As the news came out to the public, a terrified Wolfgang decided that the best remedy for all of this was to take his own life. He then took his pistol and placed it into his mouth, and just as he went to pull the trigger, a 5-year-old Peacemaker came in to check on his dad. The horrified Chris then asked his father just what he was doing, and Wolfgang told the boy to look away as he fired, killing himself right in front of the young child. Jeez man, these DC characters have some dark origins. Honestly, Peacemaker's comic origins is just as dark as Batman's, arguably even darker in my opinion. This disturbing event was then deeply rooted in the young Peacemaker's mind, for the trauma from it caused him to see ghostly manifestations of his father in his Nazi uniform, which would then cause him to act out in extremely violent outbursts. When he became a young man, Chris attempted to control this violence and anger through the discipline of the US military. While it initially helped, the Vietnam War broke out and Chris was assigned as a platoon leader. The stress of war, combined with the visions of his Nazi ghost dad tormenting him to kill, this led Christopher to massacre an entire village of innocent people. Yeah, Peacemaker, definitely darker than Batman, folks. Initially imprisoned for the brutal murder, a shadowy government group noticed Chris's talents with killing and recruited him to be part of a special team dedicated to ridding the world of evil and promoting peace. However, the group soon fell apart and the dude found himself free. Wanting to atone for his sins and continue the work that the government group left, Chris took his father's money and resources and became the Peacemaker. While his heroics were genuine at first, no matter what he did, Chris was still haunted and tormented by the ghost of Wolfgang, which led him to become even more violent than before as he massacred terrorist groups without regard for innocence in the way, and became more and more unhinged, even talking to the non-existent spirit in the presence of his friends, who were very concerned for the well-being of this poorly mentally disturbed man. While he would try to kill him many times, the spirit of Wolfgang would still continue to haunt poor Chris for the rest of his life. And that is the brief comic origins of Peacemaker's father Wolfgang. While the show is definitely much lighter hearted compared to the comics, I definitely think that the introduction of Augustus as this new ghostly figure will be a pivotal plot point in the coming seasons. Harcourt did initially notice Peacemaker talking to himself in the woods and questioned just what he was doing, but later dismissed it due to Chris already being kinda nuts, and they kinda had to deal with a full-on alien invasion at the time. While Chris wants to give up the life of killing, I believe the ghost of Augustus will bring back that murderous spirit by convincing the poor man to lash out on those he feels deserve it. Due to him being a racist scumbag, I wonder if the ghost will cause a rift between Chris and characters like Adebayo and Amanda Waller in future seasons. Perhaps he may even convince Chris to try and take Waller out for forcibly recruiting him to the Suicide Squad, and the rest of the team may try to stop him. No matter what happens though, this was a very creative way of calling back to the comics and creating new threads for future story ideas. I love this show and I'm very excited for the future of DC TV. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Did you know this about Peacemaker's father? Was there something I missed? What would you like to see in Season 2? Sound off in the comments. Also be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed today's content, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon to be notified of all of our latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you are awesome and loved, God bless, and I will see you in the next one.